Hello out there, YouTubers. Just having my little cup of coffee time with you. I'm going to be calling it quits a little bit early tonight. I have some plans with my father tomorrow that hopefully are going to go through and everything. And I guess that was cream. I guess that's kind of what I have just decided I want to talk about. I've talked recently about what makes a job kind of perfect for an individual, and I suppose that this is going to be related to that in a roundabout way. I suppose there was a time in my life where, like many young people, I felt that perhaps my family, maybe not all of my family, but I felt that some parts of my family were more of a hindrance than something I needed. And again, I think that this is this tends to be a way that a lot of younger people feel. Now, sort of looking down the barrel at 36, I can't say that I really feel the same way about that. Actually, I can't say that I've felt that way for a long time. With my brother getting married, and they have a child now. I find that child is very important to me. I find I'm wanting to spend a lot more time with them, and be a part of their and by extension their child's lives. I guess sometimes fathers and sons go through little awkward periods, and my father and I have certainly gone through our times of difficulty. But I lost a cousin recently, kind of a removed cousin of mine. But the guy's really important to me and my family. And he was not particularly old. He was like 60 when he passed away. And I guess things like that are sort of a wake-up call as to how short life can really be. Through this period of adversity of mine, I had a couple close calls. I'm really lucky I'm sitting here right now. So, when you guys are sitting there watching my videos and going, this guy's lazy or whatever, or he's not willing to do what it takes to, move up in the company or this, that, or the other, I guess that's fine. But what it really comes down to, I think, lately, at least for right now, for me, my family and their well-being, and by extension my well-being, are kind of the most important things. If a certain job kept me from seeing my family a lot, wouldn't really be happy. You know, it's nice to have some money and everything like that, but I guess what I'm saying is I've just come to sort of realize that people that love and care about you are very important, be them family or friends. And I'm just finding these days that it is much harder to be away from them. Even by 45 minutes an hour, it's kind of tough. It's better than it was. At least I'm not 9 hours away anymore. And by extension, staying in everybody's good graces has proven to be a little bit difficult. Like I said in a previous video, I still tend to make the occasional mistake or say some things without thinking, and I tend to, the way news and everything travels, I tend to end up on everybody's bad side. I'm not near my mother now, but I do kind of even miss her sometimes, and it's kind of strange to, I don't know, I just think that it shouldn't be too much to ask to have that free time. And one thing that's been kind of evident to me probably over more than half my life is that, you know, work is one of those things that can sort of take that time away from you. And although I definitely believe a person should work, and you should earn money and your keep, again, I just think it's really messed up in this country that you have to live with schedules that don't have a good work-life balance. And if you look at reviews for a lot of companies these days, that tends to be what a lot of companies tend to get the lowest review on is work-life balance and management. Now, I've had some really good managers, but it's hard to realize that when the schedule is always so unfriendly towards your personal life. It's gotten unpopular for a lot of companies to even put your days off together. Again, if you're lucky enough to actually have 2 or 3. And sometimes you might work a job where you have 3 days off. And you know, having that time together is also, as I've pointed out in other videos, very good for sort of a separation. You know, anybody who's putting a lot of effort and time into moving up in a company is not going to really have the same ideals, I guess, towards all that. And you know, a couple of people have commented on my videos from up north, and it turns out that for a lot of people up there, it seems, at least, their work is their life. But, you know, I don't know. It's hard for me to say that based on the jobs I've had. You know, doing technical support for Dish Network equipment, that wasn't my life. That was something I did for a few years. You know, working to, you know, curb credit and debit fraud on people's accounts. An important job maybe, but, you know, again, that's not my life. That's something I did for a few years to get by. You know, making sandwiches, that's something I did for a few months when I was in college. Making food of any kind for a living is just not really something I would choose to do for my life. I think anybody who would actually say, you know, my work is my life, they've actually stumbled or gone into what they're wanting to do. So maybe a lot of it is actually finding that thing, you know, that you are really good at and can do for the majority of your life, or, you know, that thing that you studied to do or want to do. You know, if you have a degree in business management, for example, then being a manager at a company might be you know, good for you. You know, personally, I like working with electric guitars and basses. I can set one up really, really well. I can make a cheap guitar sound and play very good or very well. You know, that is what I would like to do. But that is something that's very hard to get into if you don't know somebody or don't have the capital to start that up. Teaching could have very well been my life. I enjoyed teaching when I was a teacher in China. There, were I going to do it again? I don't think I'd want to teach English. I'd probably want to teach something else. Your teaching has a very friendly schedule. You're very underappreciated, though. I've come to discover that appreciation on the job isn't necessarily something that I need. I need to be treated fairly, and I need, you know, to be treated professionally, like I think every worker does. But, you know, I'm not exactly the type of guy who, you know, needs someone patting him on the back all the time. The occasional thank you is nice. The point being is, if I were going to sacrifice time for myself and for my family for at least that couple days a week, I'd have to really be doing something I loved. And I just don't think that I have found that yet. And who knows, some people maybe never do. You know, I guess you kind of start to wonder if you ever will. I guess there's going to be a part B on this one. Be right back.